Hello everyone. In our last video we had seen exercise A, B, C, D, and now we will cover up the remaining exercises. So before we start solving next exercise, we need to learn how the adverbs are formed. Like first you can see that most adverbs are formed from the adjective by adding ly. So here you can see how is it. If you will ask question with how, you will get the adjective. Okay, how is it sad, how is it happy, how is it loud, positive, careless, slow, easy. So most of the adverbs are formed from the adjectives by adding simply ly at the end. So sad is adjective, sadly is adverb. Happy adjective, happily adverb. So in the same way, loud adjective, loudly adverb. So how the action was done, it is said by the adverbs, and that adverb, when we are adding ly at the end, it shows the manner how the action was done. Now the next thing you must know that there are some common words that have the same form as an adjective or as an adverb. If you will use early, late, hard, long, short, fast, straight or daily as an adjective, then also they will be same, and if you take them as an adverb, then also there will be no change in their meaning or spellings. Like I had an early dinner. Okay, so here early is used as an adjective because it is modifying the noun dinner. And if I say that I reached the office early, so here the word early is modifying the action reach. Okay, it is verb, so that's why as it is modifying verb, it is called adverb. So there is nothing like difference. It is just the commonly we can use this word early as an adjective or as an adverb also. The same way we have long and fast also, which can be used as an adjective and as an adverb. Like it is a long story, so story is noun. How is it? Long. We wanted them to stay long, so here long is modifying the verb to stay. And then I'm a fast driver. So what kind of driver are you? So fast, so it is a noun, driver is noun, and fast is the adjective. The rabbit ran fast. So how did the rabbit run? So it modifies the action of running, so that's why it is adverb. So here we can see these three words, early, long and fast, and there are many other in the list, which shows us that they are common words which can be used in adjective or in the form of adverb. Now next you need to learn is that sometimes when we form adverb by adding ly to an adjective, so we get an adverb which has the different meaning. So we get two adverbs with two different meanings. Like he works hard and he hardly works. So if we add ly after this word, then the meaning gets changed. Okay, like he works hard, so वो सख्त मेहनत करता है. Okay, and when we say he hardly works, that means it's the opposite actually. वो कभी कभार ही मेहनत करता है. He sometimes works only, rarely works. So when we are adding ly after some adjectives, so sometimes it just changes adjective or adverb, it just changes completely its meaning. He went direct to the principal. So how did he went? Direct. Okay, so here direct means straight, and if we say the office will call you directly, that means direct. We have added ly after direct, but both have a very vast difference in its meaning. So here directly is used in the meaning of immediately. So we can see at a first glance we can say that no, there is not much difference, only ly is added, so meaning would not have been changed, but it is not so. Meanings are completely changed in some of the words. I got late today. So here late is also an adverb. Okay, and if you just add ly, then also it gives you another adverb. but both of them have different use and meaning. I got late today and I have not met them lately. Now here the meaning of lately is recently. Okay, so these are some of the things you need to know. Now we have the exercise E, where we have to form adverbs from the following words and use them in the sentence. So it is your choice, whatever type of sentences you want to make. It is up to the student or the writer. There is no compulsion. The answers may be vary. So you can frame the sentence any way you like. But when we want to turn these words into adverbs, which things we have to take care of, like quick becomes quickly. When we add ly, it becomes adverb, quickly. Okay, quick is adjective. How is it quick? We have to change it into the adverb. So we will add ly after this and it will become adverb, quickly. We can say he quickly hid under the sofa. Second, easy. So here also, instead of y, we will write I and then ly, and it will become easily, it will become adverb. And then hard is given, so we can say hardly, but meaning gets changed, as we had seen in this directly and all those. So let's say easily, she sings easily, and hardly, so he hardly practiced for the examination. Now greedy becomes greedily. Again y becomes I and then ly. The dog licked the ball greedily. Then cheerful, so we can say cheerfully. Here double L will be used, because L is the consonant and before that consonant vowel is used. So it is a rule that whenever consonant is used at the end and before that vowel is there, so you have to double the consonant and then you have to add y. So we will use L and y. We can say cheerful is the adjective and cheerfully is the adverb. The sentence, we can say that she did all the work cheerfully. The same in the skillful becomes skillfully by adding ly. Okay, the archer skillfully shot the arrow. Angry becomes angrily. Here again y becomes I and then ly. So we can say he looked at her angrily. Then near becomes nearly. The sentence is I nearly choked on the bone. Or next is hearty, so it becomes heartily. Y again is converted into I and then ly. So he laughed aloud heartily, means too much, with open hearted. Then late becomes lately, and the sentence we can say she has been complaining lately, means for few days. Okay, recently she has been complaining. Then visible becomes visibly. Here E will be dropped and instead of E will be using Y, so it will be turned into adverb. So the sentence we can say that she looked visibly scared. Okay, means देखने से ही लग रहा था कि she was frightened. And brave becomes bravely. Only ly will be added. So we can say that he bore the pain bravely. He faced the problems bravely. Okay, this way you can make any other sentences also of your choice, no problem, but the formation of the adverbs should be done correctly with following the rules. Now next is, there are some adverbs which makes us confused, like here high and highly. These are the two adverbs which have meanings which makes us different, confused sometimes. Like high is always used when we want to talk about the height, and when we are using highly, that means we are referring to its meaning as very much. Like throw it as high as you can, that means we are just talking about the height. And when we say that I can highly recommend this product, that means I am recommending it too much. Okay, it shows the degree, at what degree you are recommending this. So there is a difference between this. So we may sometimes get confused. The same thing in the late and lately. Like he came late and I haven't been to the library lately. So here we can say that late, adverb late has the similar meaning to the adjective late. But here when we are using lately, that means different than this, recently. Okay, lately means recently. So here both of them looks alike, but still they have different meanings. And the same example is given here, most and mostly. So most is the superlative form of much or and mostly means you can say mainly. So you are the most intelligent woman in the world, and we can say my friends are mostly vegetarians. So we can say mainly. Okay, mostly means mainly. And whenever we are using much in the comparative, so that much is converted into most when we are writing the sentence into superlative sentence. Okay, now comparison of adverbs. Now when we are comparing the adverbs, we use 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative and superlative. So in positive degree we use as, okay, and in between as the adverb is used in its original form. But when we are using the adverb in the comparative degree, so we use either er or more as per the syllables we find in that particular adverb. Like she spoke loudly, she spoke louder than the other. So here we have added er after loud, and here she spoke the loudest in the group. So here we have added est. So in comparative er, superlative est. The same way, if the syllable of that particular adverb are two or more than 2, like inefficiently, okay, so we have more than 2 syllables in this. We take more than 2 pauses while speaking. So here we have to use more instead of er, okay, and in superlative we will use most instead of est. So when you have adverb which has less than 2 syllables, you will be using er est, and we have 2 or more than 2 syllables in the adverb, we will be using more or most before that particular adverb. Now there are some other ways, okay, of showing comparison, like some adverbs from comparative and superlative in an irregular way, like good, better, best. Good for positive, better for comparative, best for superlative. The same way bad, worse, little, less, least. Okay, so these are the some of the adverbs which are used not in a regular way. Okay, they are used in an irregular way. So the as is construction. Now here we are coming to the construction of the degrees of comparison. In positive degree we use adverb in between as or so as. Okay, like as fast as, he can swim as fast as an Olympic swimmer. So here fast is adverb and it has been used in between as in the positive degree, and positive degree is used to show the similarity of the particular quality. When we want to use adverb in the comparative degree, we are using adverb and than, than. This is the construction we are following. So the adverb plus than for the comparative degree, and example is I am sure you can complete this job much faster than I can. So here fast is the adverb, as it is in comparative degree we have used er, and after that adverb we have used than. Okay, than is used for comparison. When one person or one thing or one place is having much or more qualities than the other, so at that time for comparing we are using than, than. So now let us solve the exercise F on the basis of these degrees of comparison. So we can say that here you can see the athlete sprinted as dash as a cheetah. So you can see that it is simply as, so means positive degree. So as it is we will just use it. We will use it in its original form. We will not add er, more, anything else. Okay, we don't need to use anything before or after swiftly. Simply we will say the athlete sprinted as swiftly as cheetah. Then the rockets fly dash than all other flying objects. So here you can find than. So than means comparative degree. So obviously we will use er after high, and the adverb would be higher. High is also an adverb, but it is used in positive degree. But now as we have to use it in the comparative degree, we will add er. So higher, adverb, and than, than. Parul can swim dash than a fish. So here again than is there, so comparative degree, so fast becomes faster. So Parul can swim faster than a fish. That means fish cannot swim so fast as the Parul. So here we are comparing the speed of swimming between fish and Parul. So Parul is swimming faster than fish. The Indian team played the dash of all. Now when we are given the article is given in superlative degree. So we will be using this thing, best. If suppose they would have given good, so we had to convert it into superlative form, that is best. Okay, good, better, and best. But here already best is given, so we will directly use it, nothing to do more. Then could you speak dash? So we can say louder. Could you speak louder? Okay, means little bit more loud. Then I conducted the meeting dash. So we can say I conducted the meeting successfully. We have to use the adverbs. Okay, here no structure like are given, like in positive as is given, in comparative than is given, superlative the is given before the adverb. But here no such instructions or no such structures are followed. So simply we will just use simple adverbs here. I conducted the meeting successfully. It is the adverb of manner. Only we will use it at the end. No structure to be followed. Larry can speak French dash now than he could last year. So good is used for positive degree. Now if we want to use it for the comparative, as it is given than, so we'll be using it for comparative. So good becomes better. Okay, so we can say that Larry can speak better now than he could last year. And the next one is the children greeted the new teacher. How did they greet? So we can say politely. So it is also again adverb of manner. We have added ly. No structures of degrees are followed here. The girl in the green scarf danced. How did she dance? So we can say gracefully, ly. Again it is manner. No here comparative degree is used. So what we will see, what will say, the girl in the green scarf danced more gracefully, because in gracefully we find two or more than two syllables, and here than is used. So than means comparative degree. So here we will be using either er or more. So from er or more we will be definitely using more, because it has two or more than two syllables. So we will not add er, but we will add more before the adverb. So we'll say more gracefully. The girl in the green scarf danced more gracefully than all the rest. Then Rakesh walked dash than ever before. Again you can see the use of there here. Okay, so let us convert it into comparative degree, and you can say Rakesh worked harder, as it is a single syllable. So simply use er at the end of this adverb. So Rakesh worked harder than ever before. And then next 11th is today Shivam arrived in school dash than usual. Again then means comparative degree, and late becomes later. It is also of single syllable. So now Bobby looked dash despite the exam pressure. So how did Bobby look? So it is also showing the manner. Okay, so we can say that Bobby looked cheerful. We cannot use here any adverb. Actually adverb is cheerfully. Okay, but here they have just given it cheerful, so we don't have any choice. We will just use it as an adjective but not an adverb, because how did he look, how did Bobby look? So cheerful. Okay, so cheerful remains cheerful. Even though we use it as an adverb, it will remain the same. No addition would be done, no suffixes would be added at the end. Okay, and next is positions of the adverbs. So sometimes we use adverbs in the beginning of the sentence, sometimes we use in the middle of the sentence, or else in between subject and verb, or sometimes we use it at the end of the sentence. So here see this, yesterday and sometimes, these are the adverbs which shows either the time or the frequency. So we can use them either in the beginning of the sentence, or we can use them at the end of the sentence as well. And when we are talking about this frequency words can be used in between subject and verb also. Okay, she sometimes visits, we can speak that way also. And we can use it at the end also, time adverbs, like I went to the new shopping mall yesterday. So yesterday can be used in the beginning or at the end, and these frequencies can be used in the beginning or else in between subject and verb. Then we have adverbs of manner. So here also adverbs of manner also can be used either in the beginning or else you can use it after the verbs. Like luckily some tickets for the match were left. So luckily is used in the beginning. Now a few adverbs which are used in the middle of the sentence, which I said that frequency, adverbs showing frequency, like she always visits, she sometimes visits, okay, she daily visits, she every day visits, she often visits, that way. And the word which shows adverb which shows the manner, that also can be used in between subject and verb. He drove he carefully drove, or we can say he drove carefully. So the adverb of manner can be used after verb or else in between subject and verb. And now there are some adverbs which can be used at the end of the sentence, like adverbs of manner. As I said that Fahim has explained the problem very well. So your well is the manner, adverb of manner, means how he explained the problem. So when we ask question with how, it shows us the manner, that in this manner he explained. So this well is the adverb of manner, and it has been used at the end of the sentence. And adverbs of frequency, as I said, and time, they can be used at the end of the sentence as well. And adverb of place can be used at the end mostly. They are waiting upstairs, they are waiting at the railway station, they are waiting at the zoo. So all these adverbs which shows the place, they are used mostly at the end of the sentence. So these are the positions which we need to understand. Some are used in the beginning, some are in the middle of the sentence, and some are used at the end. So now positions of adverbs with respect to the verbs. So now when we are considering the verbs also, and in the respect to that particular verb where we have to use that adverb. So adverbs are often found between the subject and its verb, like they usually meet. So here they is subject and meet is verb. So usually adverb is used in between these two. I completely agree with what you are saying. So here I is subject and agree is the verb. So in between subject and verb we have used the adverb completely. Then adverbs can also come between an auxiliary verb and a main verb, like were and closed. The shops were suddenly closed. So here were is the it is the to be form, or we can say just the auxiliary verb. Fine. In auxiliary verbs we can have both to be verbs and have verbs. So here to be verbs and main verb closed is used. So in between to be verbs and main verbs we are using this adverb suddenly. And he had quickly finished his homework. So here also we can see that here the use of auxiliary like had is there, and after that main verb finished is there. So in between these two have and finished, had and finished, we are using adverb. So this is the positions which we have to be careful while placing adverb, while using them in a sentence. Now this is the last exercise, which is very easy actually. We don't have to do anything except arranging the words to make a meaningful sentence, and we have to be very careful about placing the adverb in the right order. Like usually, friendly, is, very, Nisha. So obviously in this assertive sentence, it is an assertive sentence. Okay, you must know first that what type of sentence you are dealing with. So it is an assertive sentence. So in assertive sentence, what is the structure of the sentence? Subject comes first. So Nisha will be used first. Then after that, subject, verb is used. So we will be using is. Okay. Then we can just use adverb if you have, like Nisha is usually is also an adverb, and then we will use very, friendly. Okay, how is she? So she is friendly. So friendly is an adjective. So this way we can say that Nisha is usually very friendly, full stop. Then friends with my play always. So we can say that here it is not an exclamation mark, watch it carefully, it is I. So we can say that I, it is also an assertive sentence. So let's take I in the beginning, subject, I always play with my friends. Okay, so here also we have used the this adverb in between subject and verb. Then third is you have been to ever Paris. So question mark is not given, but still it is a interrogative sentence. So it will be started with the verb. So have will be used first, auxiliary verb, and then will be using adverb, subject, and then main verb. So let's say that have you ever been to Paris? Question mark. Okay, have you ever been to Paris? So here you can see that in between have and been we have used the adverb ever, and as it is an interrogative sentence, before ever you is used, subject. Now next is taste, friends, our, right, must, also. So it is again it looks like a assertive sentence. So we can say that the our and friends can be taken as the subject. So our friends, after that there is a verb must. Our friends must also write a taste. So this is how we can arrange it. And then I only joking was. So we can say I is properly used here in the beginning only, we don't need to change its position. After that, was and joking, these are the verbs, and in between verbs we can add only. So I was only joking, we can just use only in between to be verbs, was, were, and ing, main verb. The next is March, the weather is always in windy. So we can say what we are talking about, we are talking about the weather. Okay, and how is it when it is like this? So all these other words are showing the information about the weather. So we can say the weather is the subject, so let's use it in the beginning, and then subject, after subject verb is used. So here is the verb, and always word shows the frequency, so we can use that the weather is always windy in March. So in March is the time. Okay, it is the adverb of time, so we can just use it at the end. And next is you both did fight, enjoy the. Now here also when did is given, we can say that it is a interrogative sentence. So we can, though question mark is not given, we can say that it is an interrogative sentence, and that's why did will be used in the beginning, then subject. Okay, and then we are given the word both. so that we can use after subject. And then the v1 form which we have to use with did. With do does did we always use v1. So let's say that did you both enjoy the flight? Okay, question mark. Did you both enjoy the flight? Question mark. And next is never I have met before him. So it is again assertive sentence, assertive negative. So we can say that I have, and never is the adverb of frequency which we can use in between have and met. Have is the auxiliary verb and met is the main verb. So I have never met him before. And the last is Fiona watches television hardly ever. So hardly is the adverb and ever is also an adverb. So we can just use both of them before the or after the verbs, wherever it is suitable, let us say. So Fiona, as it is a assertive sentence, let us keep Fiona in the beginning only as it is a subject. So Fiona hardly ever watches television. Okay, hardly ever will be used together only. Fiona hardly ever watches television, and then full stop. So this is the chapter adverbs. Now you should watch the videos whenever you forget something or whenever you are confused at, and I hope you will have understood it clearly, and you will write it in your grammar magic. And the exercises which for which you are not given enough space in your grammar magic, you should write them down in your notebook. Thank you.